We're on episode 40, guys. Just 12 more until the series is over. Wow. Surprised up to the very end. Well, not the end just yet, but we got 12 more episodes to go. Well, anyways, this episode shows you that you never know who people are like. But I like how they did this trope, how they reversed it. In most shows, animes, and movies and stuff, when you see a calm, collective person, and they're usually very twisted or mean or hateful inside. They just act nice just to trick people, to manipulate them, to get a false sense of security, all that stuff. And they're actually very hateful and devious on the inside. Some of my favorite characters, to tell you the truth. But I never see it in the reverse, where someone who's very hot-headed, but I'm not saying they're good on the inside, but I'm saying that they're actually, calm and collecting and cold as well. They act mean and hot-headed in a way like an idiot, probably to lower people's guards. Probably because that's what they want, is they hate being who they are on the inside. When I read this in the manga with Horo Horo, I was kind of surprised. If he did add something, I thought it would be more rage or a sadness, which it is a sadness, but it's more of a, but it's the experience within fire, within ice kind of description that Abba did. Because Abba was helping them with their emotional training. They did all the physical training they can right now. They can jump all over the place, do push-ups, jumping jacks, all that stuff. They've already accomplished that, but it's not enough to really go further within the tournament. Even knowing Lord Howe is going to win it, they're still needed for a greater purpose. But the way they are now is just not enough. So, what's up? I think it's because what they need to do is train spiritually, emotionally, mentally, all that stuff. And by being compatible with your spirit companion, in a way, your spirit ally. And to do that, it's kind of like Solier, where pretty much opposites will attract sometimes, where, for instance, Black Star and Tsubaki from Solier, how Tsubaki didn't really like standing out, and she's calm and collective. She likes to be a background character and be supportive. While Black Star was just all over the place. He wants the center of attention. He always has tunnel vision, and because of that, he needs someone to keep him on his feet sometimes, show him where to go and stuff. So those two are compatible within each other as Meister and Weapon. And the same with, Kid and even Maka and Soul. There's that compatibility that you must have with your spirit. Like how Ren is a silver spoon kid who's very hot-headed and strict to the servant. Then you have someone like Chocolove, who's a jokester, but has a very questionable past. And he has a companion where he won't be lonely anymore. His little buddy. And of course, you have Horo Horo. He's hot-headed, but yet you have the spirit who doesn't really show up much, really, compared to the other spirits. Even if it doesn't talk, Horo's spirit doesn't really do much. But what Abba said, saying that even that spirit knows what Horo truly is on the inside, must mean there be some deep connection within the past. Something that Horo must have went through for him not to want to reveal that side of him, a side of him that he is not a big fan of, in a way. And this episode pretty much showed that he released it, showing that he does have that true inner power. Even how describing his name as Wolf, in a way. It's like how he just knows everything. When you live for that long, of course, you would know almost everything. So that's the thing I like they do with Hao, is they don't make him like a complete idiot, living on Earth for hundreds of years and still not know much. Where some shows do that, by the way. Howard does. He collects his knowledge. Anyways, back on the topic, is with showing that the hot-headedness was just a front. I guess if he couldn't really make friends if he knew if they knew who he was. So, a very isolated, distant person, cold. On the exterior, you usually think that a person like Horo, the way he usually acts, you expect them to have a fire element. Think about it. In most animes, even TV shows where they have that person with fire element, they're always the leader. They're hot headed. They're not that smart. They're always around people. They have buddies and companions. They are the red person. They are the person that controls fire. And there's always this secondary reverse character, the one that's calm, collective, and distant, isolating. That's usually the blue person who controls ice. They're usually that kind of person. So for Horo to have the ice power, but yet for him to be very hot headed, it makes sense now why it feels weird. It's not usually like that. You never really see a character that has ice power, but yet be so hot headed. You never see that in shows. But here you do, and it's for a good reason, because he's actually cold and distant on the inside. But why? We'll have to figure that out probably later on down the series. But either way, it really opened up some interesting questions when I first read this in the manga. And seeing it now, coming back to it now, thanks to the anime, I'm like, interesting. By the way, I could have sworn his sister had more lines and roles to play within the original anime compared to now. She's even less than a background character within the series. She's barely even there anymore compared to how she was in the old anime. And that's how I'm seeing things. Another thing I want to say is I was very surprised. I knew there were 4 different types of Buddha. I knew that. I thought there was just Buddha, but I guess there's 4 different types. I need to do more research on the Buddhism, figure out more about it. That's just surprising me, anyways. So yeah, it's a very interesting outlook on the character of Horo in the end. Very, very interesting. So that's what I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.